So when are we going to be able to live our lives like normal again? Well, if it's up to Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci, not as soon as you might think. Bill Gates seems to suggest that we shouldn't do large gatherings until the vaccine is everywhere.
And the government now, but what does opening up look like? Which activities have, like schools, have such benefit and can be done in a way that the risk of transmission is very low?
Yeah.
And which activities, like mass gatherings, may be, in a certain sense, more optional. And so until you're widely vaccinated, those may not come back at all.
And Dr. Fauci seems to be suggesting that once we reach 0 new cases and 0 deaths, we can start to relax what's going on right now.
Looking beyond when we're on the other side of this curve, are we looking at living with some sort of social distancing guidelines essentially until there's treatment or a vaccine? For example, people looking forward to the summer talk about going to baseball games, going to concerts. We have political conventions over the summer. Are things like that possible or safe without a vaccine or a treatment in place?
Yeah, I think if we get to the part of the curve that Dr. Birx showed yesterday, when it goes down to essentially no new cases, no deaths at a period of time, I think it makes sense that you're going to have to relax social distancing. The ultimate solution to a virus that might keep coming back would be a vaccine. In fact, I was on the weekly conference call with the WHO-sponsored group of all the health leaders in the world who are dealing with this. And we all came to the agreement that we may have cycling with another season. We'll be much better prepared. We likely will have interventions. But the ultimate game changer in this will be a vaccine.
Something just doesn't feel right about this. You heard Fauci say the ultimate solution is the vaccine, and Bill Gates was pretty much suggesting that too. Like the flu vaccine. But according to all my research, we've had some of the worst flu seasons in the last couple of years. 80,000 people dead. Worst flu season. Vaccine off the mark. You could see this chart of amount of Americans taking the vaccine, but the flu hasn't been eradicated. It hasn't even slowed down. And they're trying to make us believe that we have to not go to large gatherings until that's out. But even when it's out, chances are, or possibilities are, if it's anything like the flu vaccine, it's not going to stop it like that. Let me know what you think, but I started to see a lot of weird stuff going on. First of all, our Surgeon General tweeted out a couple days ago a CNN article where they were pretty much promoting the World Health Organization, saying, don't wear a mask unless you're sick or around somebody sick. So just a few days ago, United States Surgeon General said don't wear masks. And now recently the CDC and him are saying everyone should wear masks. It changed just in 3 days. But the weirdest part was the answer he gave yesterday, which made absolutely no sense at all, which was that the reason we changed our decision is because we figured out that now asymptomatic people can spread the virus.
I want to unpack the evolution of our guidance on masks because it has been confusing to the American people. First of all, I want people to understand that the CDC, the World Health Organization, my office, and most public health and health organizations and professionals originally recommended against the general public wearing masks because based on the best evidence available at the time, it was not deemed that that would have a significant impact on whether or not a healthy person wearing a mask would contract COVID-19. We have always recommended that symptomatic people wear a mask because if you're coughing, if you have a fever, if you're symptomatic, you could transmit disease to other people. What has changed in our recommendation? Well, it's important to know that we now know from recent studies that a significant portion of individuals with coronavirus lack symptoms. They're what we call asymptomatic. And that even those who eventually become pre-symptomatic, meaning that they will develop symptoms in the future, can transmit the virus to others before they show symptoms. This means that the virus can spread between people interacting in close proximity. For example, coughing, speaking, or sneezing, even if those people were not exhibiting symptoms. In light of this new evidence, CDC recommends and the task force recommends wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain.
They've been saying for weeks now that asymptomatic people can spread the virus. They've been telling us, the professionals, the experts, our agencies have been saying for weeks, asymptomatic people can spread the virus. Asymptomatic people can spread the virus. Yet our Surgeon General wants me and everyone else to believe That 3 days ago he was promoting the World Health Organization, saying we all shouldn't wear masks, and now we should wear masks because we just figured out that asymptomatic people can spread the virus? Something's just not adding up. Recently, I reported that CNN and others are lowering what they think is the death rate to 0.66, which of course they're not sure about. The WHO said it was 2.0,
3.4.
now it's 0.66. They don't know. And like I've been saying for weeks, and they just caught up to like 2 days ago, the more tests administered, the more cases there's going to be. When you're not recording all the cases and people are asymptomatic and have cases and can't get tests or don't want to get tested, of course the death rate is going to be inflated. I mean, that's just basic math, science, and common sense, but they're just reporting on this yesterday, 2 days ago, when I've been saying it for weeks and I'm in no means a scientist or a mathematician. Something just isn't adding up. They don't really know what's going on, if you want to be quite frank. The WHO says it's not airborne. This recent university study says it is airborne. They say don't wear masks. They say do wear masks. They say, you know what, maybe you can come out when there's 0 deaths and 0 new cases. We could start to relax what's going on. The more they talk like this, the more it seems it's a lot less about containing the virus and looking out for the health of American citizens. And it seems a lot more like it's about power, control, and medical tyranny. I don't know, once we administer what we want to administer, then maybe you can leave the house. Even though research, science, math, reality all proves that even when you administer their ultimate solution, if it's anything like what they're saying it's supposed to be like, the flu vaccine, it's not going to eradicate the disease, and it might not even slow the spread like they're saying. So, and just for the record, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, so please don't lie about me, write articles about me, try to ruin what I'm doing because I am. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. That term doesn't even make sense to me. I believe it was created to make a false dichotomy like you're one side or the other. What I am is skeptical. I'm skeptical of all medicines. I've read my history about vaccines. I've read my history about big medicine companies, and it's historically proven that a lot of these people have made mistakes by mistake. They've purposely done the wrong thing. That's real, so I'm skeptical. And especially some of the main people behind the vaccines are also people that say they want less population. I mean, that's not a theory, that's a fact. So I'm a little bit skeptical.
Then the second time I saw him was the March after that, so March 2017 in the White House. In both of those two meetings, he asked me if vaccines weren't a bad thing, because he was considering a commission to look into ill effects of vaccines, and somebody, his name is Robert Kennedy Jr., was advising him that vaccines were causing bad things, and I said, no, that's a dead end. That would be a bad thing. Don't do that.
I'm not buying it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. God bless you guys. Have a good day, and I'll be back with more videos.